They looked after him. You know, and we had to dig deep because he took some thunderous shots. But you know what? I always said, the Furies, they've got...
It's getting close to another Fury fight, and as you would expect, it's time for another John Fury misbehavior. This time, Oleksandr Usyk was the victim, as John Fury went wild on live over a recent comment Oleksandr Usyk made about his son.
I'll boom you, mate. I'll boom you. I'll boom you. Turn that... We'll see tomorrow what you'll do. We'll see tomorrow.
Well, it all began as a result of Oleksandr Usyk's gimmicks during the press conference. John Fury began with that before he moved on to a recent comment of Oleksandr Usyk adding Usyk to his latest list of victims. Alongside Logan Paul, John Fury, the outspoken father of heavyweight champion Tyson and Love Island star Tommy, recently issued a boxing match challenge to Logan Paul. Since weathering criticism for his involvement in Tyson Fury's bout against Oleksandr Usyk last May, Fury Sr. has re-entered the spotlight in anticipation of his son Tommy's now-defunct fight with Darren Till.
I never have nothing on my plate, mate. Nothing. My father used to say, if you want things, go and get them yourself. I can't give them you because I don't want to. I'm happy with my life. I've give you life. Go and do the best you can with it.
Fury Sr., who has not been seen since Tyson's defeat to Oleksandr Usyk earlier this year, recently made the headlines for sparking chaos at Tommy's launch press conference for his fight with Darren Till, which has since been scrapped. Following Tommy's withdrawal from the scheduled Manchester fight after Till threatened to kick him in the head, renewed conversations have emerged about facing Jake Paul again. Now, John is fanning the flames by using social media to directly address Logan Paul. "This is a message to Logan Paul," he said. "You keep going on about Tommy Fury not wanting to fight your brother. Here's one for you, my friend."
I'm old school, me. I'm probably Victorian, never mind old, but that's the way I live my life. You spoil a kid and he's good for no. I don't care how talented he is. If they're spoiled, they're no good.
He continued with a bold proposition. "He does want to fight your brother, and I'll tell you what else. I will fight you on the undercard, as soon as possible, ASAP. I'm sick of people saying I won't do this and I won't do that. I will show you how I'll do." However, John made it clear that any potential bout with Logan cannot occur in the United States due to his prohibition from entering the country. His exclusion stems from past convictions, including an incident where he was jailed for gouging out another man's eye, reports The Express.
I've got the best pair of bollocks in all of the UK. I'm telling you now. Believe me, I'm not just saying it, but proof in a pudding in it. The DNA's there. Let me tell you, my friend. What other man on this planet?
John Fury has issued a bold challenge to Logan Paul, promising a match as part of the undercard for his son Tommy's upcoming fight. "Tommy will fight your brother as early as the end of February or end of January, and I'll fight you on the undercard. You're a lot younger than me. We know that. You're a 15 Saint man, but I won't do as other fighters do. I will let my punches go at you. I'm sick of the critics saying I won't do this or I won't do that and I'm a coward. I will show you how much of a coward I am. I will fight you anywhere in the world except America on your brother and Tommy's undercard."
Can breed 6 machines what can all fight. And 3's now boxing on big platforms. 2 multimillionaires, another great pro on the way.
He taunted Logan further, stating, "Get back to me if you're interested. I will fight you, Logan Paul, and I will throw punches at you. I will let my hands go, and I won't mess myself up. I'll let my freaking hands go. So, if you're interested, let me know, and I'll fight you on your brother and Tommy's undercard wherever it may be in the world." Tommy added his own comments to the mix directed at Jake Paul. "Right, so I've just woken up and seen Logan Paul talk on his podcast yet again about how I don't want to fight Jake and that I'm running scared." He responded to Jake's claims.
This is a message to Logan Paul. You keep going on about saying Tommy don't want to fight your brother. Here's one for you, my friend. He does want to fight your brother. And I'll tell you what else. I will fight you on the undercard. As soon as possible.
I saw Jake tweet the other day about how he offered me XYZ on Netflix. I just wanted to come on here and say that no one here is running from this fight. I've beaten you once already. I handed you your first loss. The minute you stepped in there with a real boxer, you lost fair and square. I can give you a second loss, that's not a problem. But let's talk some serious numbers down the phone. If you want to get in touch, you know where I am. It's as easy as that. I can come back after a year and beat the pair of you. At the end of the day, if you want to fight, let's talk some serious numbers. You know where I am?
SAP. You know, because I'm sick of people going on saying, I won't do this and I won't do that. I will show you what I'll do. You know, Tommy will fight your brother as early as end of February or end of January, and I'll fight you on the undercard.
Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk are set to lock horns again on December 21st, with the Brit attempting to avenge his defeat by the Ukrainian in May. Victory for Fury could also set up a huge domestic showdown with bitter rival Anthony Joshua. Next year, Logan, despite being well known in the world of WWE, has some experience inside the ring. After taking on KSI in an amateur bout in 2018, the pair then fought in a professional outing a year later, with KSI going on to win via split decision.
You know, you're a lot younger man than me, we know that. You're a 15-stone man, but I won't do as other fighters do. I will let my punches go at you.
In 2021, the American took on Floyd Mayweather in an exhibition bout before defeating Dylan Dennis in Manchester last year. As for John, the 59-year-old has also fought inside the squared circle. Fury Senior made his professional debut in 1987, suffering a defeat to Adam Fogarty. With a professional record of 8-4-1, Tyson's father retired from the sport in 1995 after suffering back-to-back defeats to Henry Akinwand and Steve Garber. Logan Paul has issued a terse two-word response to John Fury's challenge to fight, simply telling the father of heavyweight champion Tyson Fury to start training via Instagram.
You know, I'm sick of my critics saying I won't do this, I won't do that, I'm a coward. I'll show you how much of a coward I am. I will fight you anywhere in the world except America on your brother and Tommy's undercard.
The response came within the last 24 hours after John Fury posted a passionate call-out on social media, offering to face the American on the undercard of a potential rematch between Tommy Fury and Jake Paul. Not only had Usyk gotten into character by donning the iconic Agent 47 suit and shaving his head, but he also carried with him a military-grade briefcase that hilariously held a picture of him landing one of his patented overhand left hands on the Gypsy King. Never one to back down from a joke, Tyson Fury would himself sign the picture and return it to the dominant 22-0 champion, with his trainer laughing as he noted, "Tomorrow you will find this on eBay."
Get back to me, my mate, if you're interested. I will fight you, Logan Paul. And I will throw punches at you. I will let my hands go. I won't shit myself, I'll let my fucking hands go.
Whilst Fury was happy to go along with Usyk's hitman impersonation, that isn't to say that the British superstar didn't have an ominous warning of his own prepped and ready. "I have to be a little bit more focused and a little bit smarter if I am to get the victory," acknowledged Fury, before pointing out that rematches throughout the course of his career have only ever gone one way. The pre-fight press conference for their highly anticipated heavyweight rematch has just wrapped up at the stunning Guildhall in London. And it was certainly a rather unique watch with one-word answers, fancy dress costumes, and even a cheeky tickle to round out the show. In May of this year, Oleksandr Usyk was crowned undisputed heavyweight champion of the world when he came back from a tough opening stanza to wobble and then outwork Tyson Fury in what was a razor-close but truly sensational win for the Ukrainian. With the rematch now set for December 21st in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, the two boxing kings engaged in a rather unusual pre-fight press conference earlier today, with Oleksandr Usyk turning up in an Agent 47 costume from the hit video game series Hitman.
Universally recognized heavyweight world champion, Oleksandr Usyk. And at this time, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our...
Not only had Usyk gotten into character by donning the iconic Agent 47 suit and shaving his head, but he also carried with him a military-grade briefcase that hilariously held a picture of him landing one of his patented overhand left hands on the Gypsy King. Never one to back down from a joke, Tyson Fury would himself sign the picture and return it to the dominant 22-0 champion, with his trainer laughing as he noted, "Tomorrow you will find this on eBay." Whilst Fury was happy to go along with Usyk's hitman impersonation, that isn't to say that the British superstar didn't have an ominous warning of his own prepped and ready.
Nice one. Oleksandr, if you'd like to show the camera, please.
You will find it tomorrow on eBay.
"I have to be a little bit more focused and a little bit smarter if I'm to get the victory," acknowledged Fury, before pointing out that rematches throughout the course of his career have only ever gone one way. When Tyson Fury says that Oleksandr Usyk neither surprised him nor was particularly difficult to fight back in May, it really doesn't matter whether you choose to believe him or not.
Tyson Fury!
Even Andy Lee, Tyson Fury's assistant trainer, had similar complaints to make about John Fury. During the first fight, questions arose about the clarity of instructions from Fury's corner. Andy Lee admitted that there were probably too many voices, which may have caused some confusion. This time, Lee has emphasized that Sugar Hill Steward's voice will be the primary one to prevent distractions.
Andy, what went wrong in the corner on that night?
Nothing went wrong in the corner. Nothing. What went wrong?
It seemed on the TV, it seemed like chaos.
In a recent interview with Boxing Scene, Lee stated, "Sugar should have been the only voice, and he will be the only voice in the next fight." Lee also explained that although Fury trusts his team, there has been deep reflection on what happened in May. One key factor Lee mentioned was a cut Fury sustained before the first fight, which prevented continuous training and limited his preparation. When you lose, you're open to criticism, but it shows Tyson trusts his team that he doesn't want to change. A lot of guys would have looked for an excuse, blamed it on the team, but he's not changing his team, Lee said.
John was saying a lot of good things. He was giving good advice, but he's also come from a perspective of a dad who's watching his son in a fight. And then you've got Sugar Hill, who did...
In the interview, Andy Lee explained that during the first fight, he was informed that Fury was 2 rounds down, prompting him to intervene. "I was told and I believed he was 2 rounds down, so I had to speak up about that. His dad was giving him great advice, I thought, but he's also a dad, and that's his son. Do you know what I mean?" Sugar should have been the only voice. And listen, I think he will be the only voice in the next fight. But it shows Tyson trusts his team, that he doesn't want to change. Other guys would have looked for an excuse, blamed it on the team, but he's not changing his team. Hopefully, it works out for him.
Who is always the main voice in the corner, who Tyson listens to anyway. And they have their shorthand of phrases and things they work on during the gym that they know, that Tyson understands what Sugar's saying, and Sugar knows what Tyson...
He acknowledges that in a close fight like that, effective communication and quick decisions are vital. For this rematch, his expectation is that the team will be better coordinated and that Fury will maintain optimal physical condition. For Lee, a solid preparation this time around will be crucial, as he believes Fury can perform better with an uninterrupted camp. He explained that boxing requires a unique, specific fitness level, something Fury didn't achieve in the previous fight due to his injury. This time, he is confident that Fury will be in better physical shape, positively impacting his performance. "I want to see Tyson in training, in camp sparring, going through the rounds, doing 10 rounds regularly in sparring," said Lee.
Like, Tyson will understand what Sugar says if nobody else does, in terms of the phrases he uses. My input was round 11, round 12.
He's overcome so much that this isn't even the biggest battle he's ever faced. He's probably had harder fights, bigger challenges in boxing, and he's had much bigger challenges in life, so this will be nothing for him, added Lee. Andy Lee emphasized that in this rematch, Fury will need to improve in several aspects to counter Usyk's style. He stressed that Fury must maintain focus and pressure throughout all rounds without taking breaks. He needs to push Usyk back, he added. Moreover, Lee is optimistic about Fury's potential for improvement in this fight, while he believes that Usyk, though he could also improve, won't do so as significantly.
12, you have to win the last 2 rounds. And I had to say that because I knew Tyson was down on the cards. And I had to say that
Was
he was
that
down.
the instruction given from everyone going into the last 2 rounds?
No, I don't know.
Some even claimed Fury's father had been a hindrance to him during the fight, rather than a help as he sought to overcome Usyk. Fans suggested that his presence distracted from tactical advice being offered by his coach Andy Lee and trainer Sugar Hill Steward, costing his son the fight.
I don't think we're ever going to hear John Fury say those words again. John Fury was screaming over the top of Sugar Lee, right? So your corner is sitting there getting conflicting advice.
One fan wrote, Fury's corner consisted of two incredibly intelligent boxing people in Sugar Hill and Andy Lee, trying to impart some astute tactical game plan, only to be repeatedly drowned out by John Fury shouting, "Use the jab, we're fighting men!" John Fury shouldn't be anywhere near this, constantly talking to two guys who actually know what they are talking about, another added. One thing is certain though, Tyson Fury needs to keep John Fury out of the training camp, the build-up, and especially out of his corner for the next fight.
Don't be afraid to slide in. Slide in. Quit pulling back or you're getting caught. Win these 2 rounds.
You need a cool, calm, collected corner.
The man is a huge hindrance and distraction to the team as a whole, claimed a third. A clip had shown Stewart offering Fury advice ahead of the final 2 rounds of the fight, saying, "Don't cross your goddamn legs, be ready to punch," before adding, "Don't be afraid to slide in, quit pulling back or you'll get caught." John Fury could also be heard offering advice to his son, repeatedly saying, "Light punches, light punches."
The corner work for 60 seconds in a situation where the stakes are so high is absolutely vital. A lot of the time, they don't need to tell them how to box.
He was also heard talking over Stewart, telling Fury to box and move, while Fury was told by his corner that he was winning the fight. A fan claimed John Fury's comments contradicted Stewart's tactical advice, potentially adding confusion for Tyson Fury ahead of the final rounds. John Fury was basically contradicting what Sugar Hull was saying in the corner, telling Fury to box and move and throw light punches, after Hill told him to take the fight to Usyk and throw power shots, one fan wrote.
But you need to calm their minds and you need to give them an accurate reflection of what is going on in the fight and therefore go out there, spot 1 or 2 key little things.
Embarrassing corner sideshow? That's not how you win big fights. Another commented Stewart needed to kick John Fury out of the corner. Too many cooks and all that. John Fury isn't even a decent cook. Embarrassing. Despite being told he was winning the fight heading into the final 2 rounds, Fury ultimately ended up on the wrong side of the judge's verdict. Usyk was awarded the 11th round by the 2 judges, who ultimately awarded him the contest, but Fury was awarded the final round on each of their scorecards.
People shouting all over the place. That's absolute madness. When I was fighting in mixed martial arts, I had Jason Perillo, my lead guy. I had Brady Fink, who was my grappling coach.
As well as being a vocal presence in Tyson's corner during the fight, John Fury also caused controversy in the build-up to the undisputed world heavyweight title showdown. What was even more funny was what happened after the scorecards were announced. As John Fury appeared dejected and angry with the ruling, he promptly turned away from the celebrations occurring among Usyk and his team, exchanging brief words with one of Tyson's trainers. Judging by John's prior comments, he was likely quite surprised by the outcome of the bout. 1 round is undisputed. While in Tyson's corner in between rounds 11 and 12, the 59-year-old implored his son not to make any mistakes, asserting, 1 round to undisputed.
Quit pulling back or you're getting caught. Win these 2 rounds.
On the heels of the fight, Tyson reaffirmed that his team told him that he'd done enough in the 12 rounds to win. "I thank Oleksandr for the good fight. It was a close fight, but I thought I did enough," he said during the post-fight press conference. "I'm not a judge and I can't judge a fight while I'm boxing it. If they'd said to me before the last round that I was down, I would have gone and tried to finish it, but everyone in the corner believed we were up. All I had to do was just keep boxing and keep doing what I was doing, and I was getting it."
For the good fight. It was a close fight, you know. I believed, I thought I did enough, but, you know, I'm not a judge. I can't judge a fight while I'm boxing it.
Fans online quickly slammed Tyson's dad and his team for giving poor advice in the closing minutes of the bout. His corner totally misjudged that. Might have been a different situation had they told him he was losing during the later rounds. One ex-user wrote, with another adding, "Fury's dad completely contradicts the head coach."
If said to me in the last round or whatever, "You're down, go out and try and finish him," I would have done that, but we believe, everyone in the corner believed we were up. You know, all I had to do was just keep boxing.
Fury, who was built like a barn door, had a professional boxing career spanning 8 years, from 1987 to 1995, and had 13 bouts. But there were bare-knuckle fights too. He has an unbridled passion around his sons when they are in camp, whether it be Tyson or Tommy, the latter a fledgling fighter who came to prominence after a stint on the reality television series Love Island. Tommy has gone on to fight influencers Jake Paul and KSI and is already a multimillionaire. Father Fury describes his antics, including criticizing the media for their coverage of Tyson's world title triumph over Vladimir Klitschko, headbutting and punching a Perspex screen when Tommy fought KSI, or ripping off his shirt to get to Jake Paul as demonstrations of passion. Yet moments later, Fury Snar can be the calmest man in the room.
John, just very quickly, yesterday we know that Carl Froch has a little pop every now and then.
Carl Froch is a bum, and he'll get what the little men get. Push!
I'm passionate about everything that I do, even if it's just painting the walls in my house, Fury Senninur explained, and that's all for now. For the very best updates on news, moments, events, and actions in the world of boxing, stay connected with us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to turn on notifications to get notified when we drop quality contents like this. Until next time, peace out.